I was trying to rebuild my life at 62, and then I fell 8 foot and broke 2 ribs. I've just spent 2 days in hospital, and now I've got 2 or 3 months off work. So what the bloody hell am I going to do now? I welcome back to my channel where I'm documenting my journey of rebuilding my life at the age of 62. I fell 8 foot. I fell 8 foot off the top of a ladder. That was in me garden room down the bottom, obviously, of the garden. And let me show you, try and show you. If I just turn the camera around, you can see in my cabin, let's try and get the right angle, there we go. You can see I've got a mezzanine level to store stuff and that. And I was getting, ironically enough, I was getting her stuff from the top of that mezzanine level. She just wanted to start clearing stuff out. Christmas stuff of all things. I know. And as you can see there, look, there's the ladder, and that's exactly how it fell, straight onto the mattress that I've been sleeping on. So basically what happened was, I can put my camera back. Okay, so what happened was, as I said, I was at the top of that ladder, and basically the bottom of the ladder just went straight underneath me and fell forward, and I fell backwards. It all felt like slow motion, because as the ladder went, I had nothing to hold on to, and I felt myself going backwards, and I thought, just for that split second, my first thought was, this is going to hurt, and it did. So it's about 8 foot. I thought, first of all, that as I hit the floor, I felt as if I was going to fall flush on my back. But what must have happened was, I felt I fell on my back and my side, on my left hand side. Ended up breaking 2 ribs, number 7 and 8 apparently. One's just under the nipple, and one's just above the bottom of the rib cage, and obviously they go around the front and around the sides. I've done the wrong thing first of all, because the first thing that I actually thought of, I thought, please say I can get up and walk. So stupidly enough, because as we all know, what you're supposed to do is lay there, get checked out first, until you move, because of head injuries. Apparently, obviously I'm not a doctor, but apparently if you move you can damage something, and that can be it, basically. So, but I just stupidly moved, got up and got over to the chair. I don't know how I'd done it, but I did. The ambulance was called. They checked me all over. They was worried about me blood pressure, because that was really low. I said to him, blimey, I said, if that's low, that's when you're going to die, innit? Trying to make a little light-hearted joke. But they said no, but we're just obviously worried that your blood pressure is very low. You don't know what injuries you've done internally. We haven't got a clue. We need to get you to hospital to get checked out. And I had a CT scan at the hospital. This was Wednesday. Sorry, last Wednesday. This was. That's why I haven't done a video since then. So apologies for the delay, but obviously I'm sure you'll give me a bit of leeway on that. Excuse me, just on my laptop I've got my notes and prompts to talk to you. What's happening there? What's happening? Right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, where was I? Yeah. So this happened last Wednesday about 3 o'clock ish, and I went to surgical assessment unit at the local hospital. That was a ward that was available at the time. And basically, they just monitored me, done all my tests. I had a top job. Again, hands up to the big thumbs up to the NHS. As we all know, they're wonderful organisation, wonderful people. So big. Obviously, can't say thank you enough for the care and support I got there. So they had done a CT scan, normal X-ray. Had all the works done. Every test you can think of I had done. and thankfully I only broke two ribs. So I don't want to sound dramatic, but the pain I was in was unbelievable. Um, but obviously, thinking about it, mainly, I suppose again, I'm not a doctor, but what it actually is, it's not probably the ribs, it's the muscle all around it that's been battered and bruised, and that's what gives you the pain, probably not the ribs. Apparently, you so I, right so I came out of hospital on the Friday, so it was only 2 days in hospital. But the consultant said to me, look, at the end of the day, he said, we've done all your checks, you're going to be in pain. I don't know how to, dress it. I'm not going to dress it up for you. You're going to be in pain for a few weeks. It will slowly get better, but there's no point being in hospital. We've done all the checks. It's just going to take rest and time to heal, etc., etc. So that was that. I come out on Friday. Apparently, it takes. I was surprised, but um, roughly you're looking at 6 weeks, something like that, to be, almost your big part of the healing process done, and then 8 to 12 weeks for full recovery with regards to getting back to what you was doing, how you was before the injury. So I'm here. Um, that's what actually happened. I'm just looking at my notes. Coming home, I'm back home. But at the moment, the main thing is the pain control. I started off on paracetamol, and now I'm on. I tried cocodamol. Oh my god, what a journey that was. It made me so ill, honestly, and I was really badly sick, and being sick with two broken ribs, as you can imagine, them two don't go together. Um, and So I'm back on paracetamol as and when I need it, rather than taking it out of habit. But it's surprising. The body's such a fantastic thing, because even after a week, so what am I now? A week and a half into it, I can still feel very gradually every day, just a little bit, slightly getting better. I'm having to sleep upright. That's the only way I can sleep. Can't sleep obviously on my left side. If I sleep on the right side, my body's like that, so I can't do that. So I'm sleeping with pillars propped up, and I'm sleeping. But obviously, still trying to keep, with regards to the relationship, trying to keep out of her way. So I'm trying to, that's awkward, but coping. Um, so through obviously not having proper sleep, I've been tired. So it's hard to think straight sometimes when you're tired. We all know how that is. Lack of energy, um, and so that's tough. But look, I know, all I can say is, um, I've got to accept that I've got to rest, and it's going to take a bit of time to recover. Um, I'm not trying to not going to try and be dramatic over it. I know there's millions of people around the world that are in much worse position than me. So, and the positive is that I'm going to go back to normal, please God. Um, and yeah, so what else? So I could sit here feeling sorry for myself, but what's the point? You've got to carry on, and take the positives out. I mean, how lucky was I? How lucky. I can't believe how lucky I was. I could have fallen. What I first thought was going to happen is flush on me back, parallel to the floor. So I could have damaged my spine. I could have damaged me. I could have um, had an head injury. Could have given myself a brain injury. Um, I could have done a million. I could have broke. I don't know how. To be honest, I didn't break my arm as well, because I damaged my arm, but only slightly. But I could have easily broken my arm as well. How lucky was I? Absolutely so lucky. Can't believe how lucky I was. So, thank the Lord for that. So I've got to take the positives out of this. I've got time to work on my YouTube channel. I've got time to work on my long-term goals for my financial freedom, i.e., via property. Um, and Yeah, so I've got a lot of time to sort that out. So trying to take all the positives out of this. I'm trying now to, obviously what I've got to do is stay healthy, eat healthy. Um, that way the body, I assume, is going to recover a lot quicker. So doing that, loads of rest, as I said. What else can we talk about? Um, People, obviously, a big thank you for my close family and friends. They've been a big help. Um, because that when you're not well, or if you've had an accident, you can't work. That one of the lessons is you learn very quickly who your friends are. Um, I won't go into more detail than that, but you learn very quickly when something like this happens. You learn that, you know, um, you find that out. Okay, so say no more. The other positives being, and the other lessons learned is that, don't take nothing for granted. Your health, um, it can change like that in a split second. Don't know how lucky you are, or we all are, for people that can say that. If you're healthy, got nothing wrong with you, we take all these things for granted, and it can change in a second. Big lesson there. Another lesson is obviously financial side of things. Again, because things can change in a second. Um, if you haven't got no money to fall back on, it can be a big problem. If you've got commitments, people to look after, family to look after, that's a big problem. So my lesson would be, have have that available just in case, because you never know. I didn't foresee this with all that was going on. It's the last thing I needed, but it changed in a matter of what, 30 seconds. Falling at the top of the ladder, hitting the floor. Um, you know, it can change just like that. So what happens now? Um, as I say, I don't know exactly how long we're going to be. I've got the doctor wrote me off for 3 weeks, which obviously not going to come anywhere near. I wouldn't have thought. So I've got to rebook another doctor's appointment for that. So we go from there. Really, I don't know about the time scale on that, but I'm going to work on my YouTube channel as hard as I can. Um, Recover properly. Use my time positively, and use it as well as I can. Um, Keep documenting this journey. So if you're going through anything like this, or have in the past, please message me. Um, Give us a thumbs up, click and subscribe, follow my journey. Let me know if you want any more information about this, or what you'd like to know more about. Um, let's go on this journey together. So we're going to work on me channel even more now. I didn't choose this break, but I've got it now, so I'm going to try and take all the possible positives out of it as I can. Thanks for watching this channel, and yeah, please keep following me. Thank you for the messages on the last video I done. See you next time. Thank you for watching.